You already know something is different. You felt it the moment it happened, the way she said hello, the way it landed differently than every other hello you've heard in your life. You're not imagining it. You're here because something in you recognized a signal and you want to know if you're reading it right. Most men walk past these moments without knowing what they just missed. They spend months wondering if a woman likes them when she already told them everything in the first 5 seconds. Not with words, with the way she greeted them. Here's what almost nobody talks about. A woman's greeting is one of the most honest things she ever does. It happens before she has time to perform, before she can calculate, before she decides who she wants you to think she is. What she does in that first moment, that's the real signal. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 of those signals. 7 things she does in a greeting that tell you exactly where you stand before she's even decided to tell you herself. If you're new here and this is the kind of content that makes you think, go ahead and subscribe, hit like, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below. And if you're already part of this channel, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Now let's get into it. Pay attention to these. The first one, she slows down when she sees you, not stops, slows. There's a difference. When a woman sees someone she's indifferent to, her pace doesn't change. She keeps moving at the same speed her body was already going. But when she sees a man she finds attractive, someone who pulls at something inside her, her body hesitates. It's involuntary. She doesn't decide to slow down. Her nervous system does it for her. If you notice her pace shift when she spots you, that's not coincidence. That's biology. The second one, she says your name. This sounds simple. It's not. Most people greet with hey or hi and nothing else. It's neutral. It costs nothing and means nothing. But when a woman says your name in her greeting softly, like she's been holding it, that's intentional even when it feels casual. People use names when they want connection, when they want the other person to feel seen. She's not just acknowledging you're in the room, she's acknowledging you specifically. But here's where most men get this wrong. They hear their name and think she's just being polite. Watch what comes after the eye contact, the half-second pause before she speaks. One signal means nothing. The pattern means everything. The third one, she touches something. Her hair, her collar, the edge of her sleeve, right after she greets you, right in that small window. Her hands move. This is called self-touching behavior, and it shows up when the body is processing a kind of nervous pleasure. It's not anxiety exactly. It's closer to the feeling of wanting to look a certain way and suddenly becoming aware that you might not. She's not primping for a mirror. She's responding to your presence without realizing it. The fourth one, her voice shifts. It drops slightly softer. Slower, like she's saving it for you, or it goes up lighter, more animated than she normally sounds. Either direction matters. When a woman is around someone she's genuinely drawn to, her voice changes in register without her deciding to change it. If it drops, that's intimacy signaling. If it rises, that's excitement she hasn't contained yet. Neither is wrong. Both mean something is happening under the surface that she didn't plan for you to notice. And this next part changes everything. The fifth one, she greets you before you greet her. Think about the last time a woman, not a coworker, not someone obligated to be polite, actually crossed the space between you and made contact before you gave her an opening. That takes something. It takes a kind of courage that women only spend on men who matter to them. If she initiated the greeting, she chose you. That's not ambiguous. A woman doesn't walk toward indifference. She moves toward what pulls her. The sixth one, she laughs at something that wasn't funny. Not a big laugh, a small one, a breath of amusement that shows up in her eyes before it reaches her mouth. You said something ordinary, something you've said 100 times, and she smiled like you'd said something clever. That's not politeness. Polite people keep straight faces. That small involuntary warmth means she's already predisposed to find you likable, and likability in her world sits very close to attraction. The seventh one, she lingers. The greeting should take 3 seconds. She's still there at 8-9. She's found a reason to stay in the moment even after the social obligation to stay has ended. She asks a question that doesn't need an answer. She mentions something that requires a follow-up. She creates a reason for the conversation to continue. Because something in her doesn't want to leave the proximity yet. That's not friendliness. That's pull. Here's the thing about all of this. These signals aren't rare. They're happening around you all the time. The problem isn't that women don't send them. The problem is that most men have been so conditioned to doubt their own perception that they explain away every signal the moment it arrives. They call it coincidence. They call it her just being nice. They spend years being niced out of opportunities that were actually wide open. She told you how she felt in the first 5 seconds. You just didn't have the frame to read it yet. Now you do. The next time a woman greets you and you notice one of these things, don't explain it away. Don't minimize it. Don't tell yourself you're overthinking. Hold that information. Watch what she does next, because attraction isn't one signal, it's a pattern. And now that you know what the opening looks like, you're going to start seeing the rest of the picture a lot more clearly. There's one more thing to understand. Knowing the signal is only half of it. What you do after, how you respond, how you hold yourself, how you make her feel in those next 60 seconds. That's what determines whether that initial pull becomes something real or disappears. That's a different conversation, and it's one worth having. If this video opened your eyes, go ahead and like it, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out content like this regularly, and the next video is one you don't want to miss. I'll see you there.